In this video, I'll be talking about SharePoint Agent. Now, the SharePoint Knowledge Agent is basically an AI powered assistant designed to transform SharePoint from a static storage space into an AI ready knowledge hub. Every SharePoint site comes with a built in ready made or knowledge agent. It basically helps you manage content, automate metadata, keep your intranet alive or fresh for M365 core capabilities. Now, some of the examples would be it will allow you to do that intelligent curation. It identifies the outdated pages, fixes the broken links, suggests improvements to your site, automatic metadata, expiry date detection, uh, conversational interface, like you can ask natural language questions about your site contents, like summarizing something and getting grounded, accurate answer directly from your documents. And plus, you can also do a lot of automated workflows. Now, it is also known as a knowledge agent or a ready made agent or a default agent. Now, this agent, which I'm talking about, is like it comes with every SharePoint site if you have M365 Copilot license. Now, SharePoint agent basically allows you to ask questions, summarize files, analyze documents. So you can perform various Copilot based functionalities within your SharePoint site. So it will be scoped to a SharePoint site. It will be scoped to a specific content within your SharePoint site. Now, the agent which I'm talking about is it comes pre-built. You need not create it. It will be available out of the box, and you cannot edit this agent. So uh, you can't directly modify or share this agent. It is scoped to a specific site content. There's no setup required. It is accessible via Copilot icon in the top right corner, which I'm going to show you during the demonstration. It is automatically grounded for the information within the entire SharePoint site. It is available to all users with access to the site, and SharePoint admin can disable or the remove agent using the restricted content delivery policies. Now, again, if your user does not have a permission to a specific content, agent will respect the existing SharePoint permission. So the user will not be able to see the file or the result set for which it does not have any access to it. Now, there are other way of creating SharePoint agent. So that's called as a SharePoint custom agent. So you can have one default SharePoint agent for a site, and then you can create multiple SharePoint agent, which I'll call it as a SharePoint custom agent. Now, that custom agent which you're going to create, it will be all under your control. So you can operate on that agent, you can edit that agent, you can remove that agent, you can mark that agent as a default. So you can perform all those different operations, which I'm not going to cover in this video. That will be covered as a part of a separate video. So the knowledge agent, which we are currently talking about, is a scoped agent that is scoped to a specific site. But we can have a different agent, like we can create a custom SharePoint agent, which is tailored for a specific project. Like it can be scoped to a document or a folder or for an entire site itself. So you have an option to either use the ready-made agent or make your own agent, or you can use both of that in combination. Now, for the default agent which comes with out of the box, there are a couple of ways through which you can turn off the agent. So in M365 Admin Center, you get an option of restrict content from Microsoft Copilot. So there's a type over here, and you can even run a PowerShell command to disable the knowledge scope agent. Now you get this icon. Here you will find the default agent. Now the site name is Brisbane, and that's why you will see the name of the agent as Brisbane. So if this site name is Queensland, so this knowledge agent name is Queensland. So like that, you can find the default agent. And now in the screenshot, you might have seen other agents as well. So these are the custom agent which I have built. Okay, so you can have one default agent, and then you can have multiple custom agent which you can build within SharePoint site, and then you can go ahead and ask questions in that site. So okay, now let me go into the demo. Let me show you first my SharePoint site. So this is my SharePoint site. Now as you see, this icon is there which through which I can navigate. Now let me open the same site in the new browser. Now I just want to show you that this same site, once it is loaded, initially you may not find that icon once during the loading time, but once it loads completely, see, you don't see that icon, but once it loads completely, you will see this icon enabled. Okay, so here you can open the agent. So every site comes up with a default agent. So if I click over here, that agent will open up. So the default agent will open up. By default, the SharePoint sites agent will open up, and then you will see on the right pane. Now, if you want to navigate to different agent, you can click over here and then you can view other agents. So there are a couple of more agents which I have created. Two of them I have approved. One is yet to be approved. So you can see those in the list. Now let me go into another site. So if I go into maybe a Gold Coast QLD site, and in another tab, I will open Australia site, and in another tab, I will open Queensland site. So I have four different sites. So if I go into Gold Coast site, here you will find the same icon. Click on it, open agent, and then from here you should be able to open that particular agent. Similarly, if I go into Australia site, you will see this icon. Click on it, it will open the agent. For Queensland site, again click over here, and then that agent will be loaded up. So for every site, you will have a different agent. Now all this agent is loading up. Now if you see for Gold Coast site, if I click on this, I can see other agents which have been created. In Australia side, I can see other agents which have been created. And even in Queensland side, I can see all the different agents which have been created. Now, what are the operations which you can perform on this particular agent is like if I click on a specific agent for a specific site, like say, take for example, this is a Brisbane site, or maybe if I go into the Gold Coast site over here, I click on this three dots and I don't have any option to configure this agent from here. I can view the chat history which was asked within this particular context. So I can view the chat history. I can go ahead and rename or delete the chat history. So maybe I can go ahead and uh, rename the chat history. So compare lanes. So I can go ahead and save that. Similarly, I for here in say SharePoint site over here for say Brisbane site, I can go ahead and ask various questions. So I can say summarize recent updates on the site. What information from the site is relevant to me? Or I can go ahead and add or attach, or I can view the prompts which I can ask. So I can ask, tell me more about something, describe the pros and cons, describe the benefit, and I can ask where is the licensing document stored. So I can, so maybe if I have some information within the site and if I want to see that documentation, I can go ahead and ask Copilot or a SharePoint agent over here, and then it will start looking into the content within the document library. If it exists, it will give you the answer back. If it doesn't, it won't give you back the result. So here it says here's where your licensing document is stored. So I have one document library which has Microsoft Copilot Studio licensing guide. It has identified it and it has given me the link as well. Also, now I have so many document library within my site. So if you go into the document library, you can see so many document library. Now I have an invoice document library or a contracts document library. So I'll show you the invoice document library. I can ask for some information, like say which, or maybe I'll just say for all the invoices in the document library, which one has the maximum amount. Let's see if it can pick up that value. So what the agent needs to do is like first you need to find out invoices within the invoices document library, then try to look into all the invoices and try to find out which invoices has the maximum amount. Now as you see over here, it says I'm sorry, I can't determine which invoice is the highest amount because the only invoices found are the image file and there are no readable invoice amount that are available in the retrieved data. Now, why I showed you this example is because I have an invoice document library. So let me show you that invoice document library. Now, within invoice document library, it is just an image. It's not a PDF document or a Word document. But there are other capabilities within SharePoint through which you can extract the content of the image and try to put it in a document, in a column. Like if you see this invoice, so there are so many invoices over here, and this invoice has a subtotal, total tax, processed, everything available here out of the box. Now, what we can do, we have couple of options. If the site agent is not able to provide you that information, you can go ahead and click on this agent over here, and you can create your own custom agent, which I'm not going to specifically completely show you how to create that, but you have an option to specialize, create a special agent for that specific purpose. So you can just go ahead and create an agent, and then from here it will ask you for name and the purpose. If you go into the source, you can select the invoice document library. Here it is already selected because you are under the context of invoice document library. However, you can just add it from here. You click on three dots, add content from the site, and you can even pick and choose whatever document library or site you want while creating that agent. So let me create maybe, say, contracts document, which also has some invoice in it. So I'll just select it, and then that document library is selected, and then you can go ahead and create an agent. So that's it, folks. This is all about the inbuilt agent, which is called as a SharePoint agent or a SharePoint knowledge agent. And then you can use that agent to ask questions in your site, whether the question is related to the document library content, or it is related to some pages or news events or any other content you have stored within your SharePoint site. Thanks for watching.